Okay. Oh, that beautiful sound of days gone by. I love the guys and gals down there like, that's not normal. That definitely can't be good. Oh, so much for us. Nice organized explosions. Planets of the Illis solar system are being threatened by a mysterious enemy. The indestructible forces of this enemy are overwhelming the small and tired fleet of the solar system. Our fleet is small and flaccid. We need Viagra shipments immediately. After months of tenacious enemy attack, only one ship has survived, Axelay. It survived because apparently it was in the clouds the whole time and they didn't know it was there. Yes, Axelay, 1992 Konami. Probably. I could see that. So Axelay came out after Gradius 3, and in terms of difficulty, the Gradius games are always fairly difficult by American standards. Axelay on normal level difficulty basically looked at Gradius 3 and goes, sit down, Gramps. One nice thing, though, you can actually put your shot and missile on the same button, so you can fire everything at once. And I'll change it out. Trigger speed, I think, is firing rate. Now, I've debated a lot about what level I was going to play this on. I have managed... On easy, I get all the way through the game without too much trouble. On normal, I managed to get to the end of the second boss, and it wrecked my shit. So I don't think I'm going to subject everybody to me trying over and over to blindly go through normal. We're definitely not trying that. So I think I'm going to stick to what I know and just do easy for this one. Please don't think less of me. Okay. And this is one of the things I love about this game. You can see our weapons select a little bit more weapons as we go by. Straight laser, round Vulcan, macro missile.
Arms installation is complete. Good luck.
Thank you, Morgan Freeman. So, demonstrating the round Vulcan there. Starts at the back of Axelay, and you loop it around, and that's very handy for these guys. Yeah, those things are very difficult to deal with without the round Vulcan. And the other thing is you can kind of tap the button to kind of fudge the shots to the side. So you've got Mode 7 creating the 3D element here, and I think it works fairly well. I mean, there's some distortion at the top end of it, but you couldn't really get around that. Axelay is a game where you go from 3D in the odd-numbered stages to 2D side-scrolling in the even-numbered stages. And yeah, the clouds are a nice style there. And we're getting to the first mini-boss. And unfortunately, the ground Vulcan lets us stay out of the way of the lasers. It does also have the homing missiles. I like that fade, too, when it comes out of the clouds. They had some nice effects going. Unfortunately, one of the reasons Axelay didn't get as big as it was kind of a victim of its own ambition. There were a lot of cases where they wanted to do a lot of things that the Super NES was capable of on paper, but didn't execute well in practice. So you have a lot of places where there was bad slowdown or flicker or things like that. It was too technical for its own good, I think. But it's definitely an admirable effort for what it did. Switch to the straight laser here because that's easier to use for carving through this stuff. Ugh. Okay, well that's not good. I am out of practice. I used to be able to get through at least the first 2 stages without getting cacked off. Oh, good lord. Axelay actually looks fairly interesting as opposed to, or not as opposed to, in terms of how you can lose lives and things like that. God damn it. As long as you have a weapon equipped, special weapon, a hit with a projectile, and I think maybe missiles count, will cause you to lose that weapon and switch to another auxiliary weapon, but you'll still be able to fly and go. If you're out of all the weapons and you take a hit, you're done. And if you crash straight into anything, you're done. Now, this guy is a lot bigger of a bitch on normal because he fires like 2 shots and they're a lot faster. Unfortunately, in addition to hitting the middle, you can actually destroy that web creating part. So, yeah, so we can't do that anymore. And god damn it. There we go. Oh, I love this bit. Actually doing that little dance. Yeah, the level was called Cumuluses, by the way. That boss was Arachnotron. Okay. I'm going to set a save here just to show you how the macro missiles look in the side scroll. But I'm going to be using a different weapon. As you can see, pretty much like they were in the overhead. But what I want to use are the explosion
Arms
balls.
installation is complete. Good luck.
And you do get your special weapons back if you didn't have them when you go into the next level. And I love this music. I want a extended cut of all the music in this game, but especially this one. I actually really love the music in all the side-scrolling levels. Yeah, normal there's like 5 of those guys at once. And there's several of those gates. You got one chance to go through them, otherwise you're going to get left behind. Forgive me if I start humming along. Yeah, normal, you have a lot less time to actually get in on these areas, these rising platforms. They will definitely try to squish you fast. Oh, one note about Axelay I really love in the animation here. I love the alternate thrust and dethrust when it moves backwards and forwards, and the wings, the wing fins move too. Like it isn't just a static sprite. I love the way that it has those kind of details. And the round Vulcan is very handy right there. Those things are kind of annoying, because not only are they dropping a bunch of enemies on the ground that will eventually shoot at you, it takes a long time to get out of the way once it is destroyed. And holy crap. That, yeah, space suddenly got a lot less spacey. Or a lot less spacious. Clever use of the missiles there. Got that a little tighter than I wanted to. And luckily I'll have no problem getting into this gate. Okay, now this part's a little bit tricky. Just gotta destroy the blocks enough to clear a path in like so. Not so much that you squish yourself and can't get out. And upcoming is the T-38 tow bar. And yes, as far as I know, it can manage stairs just fine. There's actually a cool thing about this boss. It appears as an Easter egg in Castlevania Portrait of Ruin. There are drawings for basically blueprints of it on the blackboard in the Dark Academy during the creature fight. Also, Retro Gamer very recently did a Konami issue, and they had a sticker set, and one of the stickers actually was the T-36 tow bar, which is kind of surprising to me because I think this is the only place it ever appeared, but I was happy about that because I do kind of like this boss. So as long as you're up here, the explosion bomb will do a pretty good number to it because it can aim at the core very easily. You also have nothing to fear from the Gatling gun. And when you get behind it like that, that's as far back as it can reach with the laser, so you got nothing to worry about that. In normal mode, though, this thing gets a bit tougher because the laser comes out faster. It will tend to crowd you all the way back towards the end of the screen, and those shots it fires, it will fire a 5-way spread with often 2 bullets at a time, so it becomes a lot harder to avoid. And because it becomes a lot harder to avoid, it's very easy to lose the explosion bomb during that fight, and if that happens, you're not going to get a whole lot of shots on it. As you can see, you can destroy the minigun for what it's worth. But this is actually, you can hit it. Uh-oh. This might be a problem. Okay, that one had me worried a little bit, but just kind of shaved my tail feathers. You can do damage by shooting it from the front. Oh boy, here we go again. But it's harder to get the shots in. That shell kind of protects it. It can aim that laser low, by the way, and it can go like all the way down to the ground, vertically low, if you let it. So being being up above it's a lot more advantageous. And here we have my favorite weapon of the entire game. You will see why in a moment. I'm going to lay a save here so you can see how the explosion bombs look in 3D.
Good luck.
Spoiler, they suck. Yeah, powerful, but not really worth anything. So we're going to go back to the macro missiles.
Installation is complete. Good luck.
Some weapons do work better in 2D versus 3D, but the important thing is Needle Cracker. This rules everything. I was kind of thinking, since Un was going to be here, about some of the games he's done and the way he's described them. Sort of the... Oh, god damn it. Well then, sort of the way he's described that one person with the archery as the tits of Arcus Odyssey. This is the Needle Cracker is the tits of Axelay. There is no better weapon. And I hate that I lost it so fast. Those fireballs coming up can, in fact, do damage to you at the peak of it. This is Urbanite, is the name of the stage. So let's play down to save state. I really do hate these guys. They're just... But I like the way they leave a wreck behind for a little bit after they're destroyed. That's kind of satisfying. And god damn it, I hate this boss. This mini-boss is so piss annoying. You gotta try your best to circle around them and not do that. It will... Like, for all those armaments, it seems like the last thing it should be doing is trying to just slam into you. It just doesn't seem right, you know? And... Wow, something must have hit me before I actually collided with it. That was almost fortuitous. And, you know, we got the annoying out, but, you know... It does come in kind of handy in this game because I don't always recognize that it's happened and I've lost an armament until it actually does happen. And these guys honestly are just best avoided. You know, sometimes I'll incidentally take them out with the missiles, sometimes I won't. Okay. This is kind of weird because you'll get, as you can see there, enemies coming up from underneath it, so I try to get past it as quickly as possible. Ah, crud. Okay. Hey, we got the Needle Cracker back! my crackerback. Yeah, you're gonna carve a path through here by destroying the turrets that are inside the pipes. And here comes your favorite boss, Regeneratoid. Well, that was quick. Wait, what? This thing for all the world looks like a giant witch's hat. And this first part gets seriously chaotic. I never know for sure if I'm actually destroying the bullets or they're just air bursting. Since I have the needle cracker, it is entirely possible that I'm doing that. But, I never really want to, stop to find out. Fortunately, their Regeneratoid actually gets slightly easier to deal with here. I don't know if there's actually a pattern to how it fires those things, but you have enough room to get in between them, and since you can destroy the missiles, there's not really any need to worry about being in front of it. And there you go. Regeneratoid no more. Yeah, pretty much. Okay. Needle Cracker, Round Vulcan. I will demo the Cluster Bomb. Not a favorite of mine. This is the Cavern, which again has awesome music. Yeah, you just kind of shit missiles. Well, you know what? I think I'm going to run with this for a while, actually, because this is cooler than I remember. There's a lot of things to watch out for here, like those, yeah, like those. The things that will leap out and try to get at... Oh, hell no. Yeah, I'm totally not taking that. Lots of things that will leap out at you and try to get you without immediately being obvious about it. Lots of things that will fire other things at you. Just things. There's just lots of things here. It is actually possible to shut that down, as you see, if you do enough damage to it. Well, it just looks like it's reaching out and going, yeah, I got you. Yeah, I got you. As you can see, Needle Cracker is a godsend here. I do like to get rid of those things if at all possible, because they don't explode until after you've gotten past them, and at that point you've got shitloads of missiles coming at you to deal with. As you can see, you can go above the water or under the water here. Makes no difference. Axelay is versatile. And you've got a pretty high cavern ceiling, too. The lucky thing is, you may occasionally see some bullets from something you can't see, but if you don't immediately have it in your path, you're not going to run into it. So, for most of the area here, for most of the cavern, if it... Damn it! You asshole. Well, allow me to save more. For most of the cavern, if you don't have it immediately in front of your face, you don't have to sweat it. Shit. Okay, well, let's go to bomb shooting. Yeah, the one difficulty with the cluster bombs here is you don't get the forward-firing missiles if you're using them. I'm pretty sure those things will do the split shots whether you destroy them or not. It's just a matter of how quickly you get them out of the way. This is a place where I actually do want forward-firing missiles. Change back to the ship bombs soon enough. Okay, now this is a place where that comes in nice and handy. Give me plenty of room to maneuver in without much concern, and I hate these fucking things. If those catch you, they will start dragging you down. They literally will start dragging you down to the floor of the sea. And in that place, yeah. Okay, and Aquadon is coming, the boss. There he is. So first we gotta deal with all the... No. Yeah. I'm not dying that way. So first we gotta deal with all the stuff falling on us, so let me get enough room to dodge all that. And he has a cool boss theme. Now, if you get caught in that beam, it's not actually going to kill you or do any damage. What it will do is switch you around to a different special weapon and impede your movement. That can be kind of inadvertently dangerous. Because if, like me, you have a couple of weapons out, if you have a weapon out, remember, and you get hit, then you are destroyed. So it can end up taking you out without intending to. Because there's all the other bugs and... Damn it. There's all the other bugs and stuff circling around at you. Well, we got the needle cracker back, so that's good. Oh, and yeah, that can hit anywhere around it, whether it's visible or not. Yeah, the puckered colon there. I don't know if something eventually ever comes out of that. I do know this guy has the Aquadon. Yeah, you see the switch in there. Aquadon does have one more attack that eventually it's going to do when it gets down low enough on health. I don't think the abscess colon actually does anything. Regret and use Chipotle. Okay, come on, I've been pounding on this pretty good. It's got to start doing this soon. There we go. Okay, it starts firing little mini straight lasers. They sort of track you, but not quite. It kind of spams them. Whoa, Jesus! It kind of spams them largely all over the place to. Oh yeah, constant weapon switch there and slowdown. To basically discourage you from approaching it. This is one time where the needle cracker actually has a disadvantage to it. Damn it! Because it's a little bit hard to distinguish the needle cracker shots from the lasers it fires. Well, I am way out of practice. I'm usually able to just kind of run circles around Aquadon, and I can't get to it from there. I need to get back up and hope I have room for it. Yeah, this gets a little harrowing because, you know, you've got a lot of room to work with, but those lasers will come out very quickly, and they're not always easy to see, especially under the water. Get out of me. Get out of me? Is that what I just said? Oh, shit. Yeah, that wasn't gonna end well. Okay. Gently used burrito. Yeah, if we're gonna recycle, let's get serious. Okay, again, needle cracker. I will drop a save to display the Morning Star and show you what the cluster bomb looks like in 3D.
Good luck.
Okay, that's the cluster bomb. In 3D, not effective at all. This is the Morning Star. Works almost like a shield. You can just straight out fire it off to get shots in all directions, or you can hold it and you'll ever expand out around from Axelay. I'm not a huge fan of this one, because you have to keep track of where the shots are going to really make the most effective use of it. It is nice as a sort of shielding weapon. Okay, and I took a lava stream up the ass. So we're going to go back to the macro missiles here.
Good luck.
This is the cleverly named Lava Planet. Yeah, Konami just kind of gave up on the names after the first 3 stages. Yeah, I do like the effect on the lava. I do like the way the lava worms jump up. Oh shit. Well then. I'll just blow this all. Very triumphant sounding music. And then you have these guys are giant popcorn. I can usually take him out first, or faster rather. And there may only be one of them, come to think of it. And Radius Lava Dragons, and the good thing about those, as you can see, you can get hit by the body segments once they're destroyed and suffer no damage. Pretty sure it never worked like that in Radius. And the amusing thing is with the scroll, it's kind of like, it's not actually in the same, no. It's not actually in the same place that it was. Yes, kill you with fire, that's the name of this world. I'd tell these things to die in a fire, but I don't think that would be effective. Now we got a lot of... no. And now really got a lot of... I'm mainly just doing that, by the way, to try to avoid having to go all the way back to the beginning of the stage if I die, because that will happen. And I got a 1-up. Sweet. Yeah. I know you're busy. I'm not going to waste your time. Ah, crud. Yeah. Yeah, okay, no, I'm not taking 2 of those. Forget that. In Gradius, those things are called prominences, and, you know, similar to the ones that actually come from the sun. And now, here's the perfect example of Axelay being too technically advanced for its own good. This is Whaler. That's the start of Whaler, and I like the lava receding like parting the Red Sea. As you can see, Whaler has tons of flicker. He is very much a flicker monster. The thing is, they actually sold Axelay on the giant bosses, and Whaler was one of the ones they highlighted on the box. So it's unfortunate that he causes the slowdown and the flicker he does. Oof, I can't believe I got out of that. Because he is, you know, pretty badass. He's got a lot of personality going for him. I'm pretty sure on normal he has the ability to breathe streams of fire, too. But that's it for Whaler. Oh, one thing I forgot to say before that I really loved about this, and okay, and I will lay down a save state to demo the last weapon, the wind laser.
Arms installation is complete. Good luck.
They mentioned in the intro that only one ship survived, and that ship was Axelay. Well, that was quick.
Arms installation is complete. Good luck.
And in either the manual or the box, I do not recall which, it said that all their hope for the galaxy was laid in Axelay. Basically all the surviving motherfucker. Okay, you know what? I'm going to tank this save anyway, so because I want you to see what the wind laser will do. It'll occasionally cross up like that, and it will occasionally spread out in diagonals. It's not really reliable as to which one it will do, though. Motherfucker. So it's not one of my favorite weapons. Okay, so let's try this again.
Good luck.
Yeah, third time's the charm, right? But it said that it was so expensive only one could be built, which I'm guessing was Capcom. Wow. I'm guessing was Konami's way of saying that it was a one-player game only. But I always wondered if it was so expensive that they could only build one. How did you manage to get 3 lives? See, I was a smarter than I probably should have been kid. I thought about this shit a lot. Yeah, this part is rough. The various battleships are going to try to pin you in between them. And there is a lot coming from a lot of areas, and even if you can't see it, it will still come after you. This level is appropriately named the Armada of Annihilation's Fortress. Oh, one other thing about Whaler that always kind of amused me, since this game came out very close to the same time that Stone Temple Pilots became a thing, I often nicknamed the boss Scott Whaler. as opposed to Scott Weiland. I scratched my nose. Yeah, we got battleships for days, bitch. This is nice music, too. These things, hard to dodge around them, so I'm probably better just trying to plow through part of them. It's a shame the wind laser isn't more reliable. I mean, the thing is, I'd be pissed if they waited for to give you the needle cracker at the very end. But, yeah, compared to the needle cracker, having the wind laser be the last thing, you know, it's just not anywhere near as good. I don't think I can actually do anything to him, and I'm better off staying up here because those jumping things cannot reach me here, and if I draw even with them, they're going to fire at me. This is another place where you have to stay fairly ahead because of those closing gates. There's going to end up being one set that will close completely on you if you're not up on it in time. That's not it. Nor is that. Well, thank you for locking out the Guardian. I do appreciate that. That's it. Yeah, if you're not careful, you will get trapped and you will get squishy. Same with these gates here. That turret's a little confusing to me because I'm never quite sure if it actually was destroyed or not. Ew, that was close. Get through the chompy. And these guys can jump a little higher, so let's get as close to the top as we can. And this area is really rough. Eventually you gotta just find the right time to run screaming through. And hope you're not late. I don't remember if that gate closes or not. No, it apparently doesn't. Now that is eventually going to be the final boss, I believe. I got a couple of, well, that was great. Okay, and I forgot about those things in the sky. Up, and gravity is on, so we're getting pulled to the top or the bottom. I'm guarantee on normal that this guy will end up doing something different. That's a little tricky to get past after you destroy him because the gravity, as you can see, is still on. Just proof of concept, those things can't be destroyed. Oh, for God's sakes. Well, the top one of those will fire if you're closer to it, by the way. go away now. I'm not paying attention to you. Ah, okay. I remember this now. So it's going to generate those meteorites, or what have you. And your targets are the things on the side here, and then I think eventually the thing in the middle. But those things will just flat out destroy you if you ram into them, so you got to kind of circle with them. And I think they do vary clockwise and counterclockwise. This part definitely gets frantic. Actually be okay if I just kind of adopt a back and forth pattern here. Yeah, as long as I had the needle cracker, I was fine there, just didn't try to overcomplicate things. And it is scanning my ship, and you'll see why in a moment. Yes, I now have a ton of Axelays coming after me. And they make the exact same sound when destroyed that happens with me. So it's not always easy for me to tell just by sound whether I got hit or they got hit. Unfortunately, the only thing that the fake ships can do is the very basic shot. I don't know if it's... I don't know if... no, I was getting scanned when I had the needle cracker, so that's apparently all they come equipped with. God damn it. Which I'm actually glad for, because this would be a total nightmare if the fake ships had access to needle cracker and such. Good God Almighty. Okay, well, cheese it, why not? Yeah, I can kind of see that, Misfit. I'm just gonna leave now. Now, on normal mode, or what? There we go. Yeah, I was about to say on normal mode or above, you still have to have a bit of a fight with this guy as the explosion's going on, but I think it just gets more complicated on that. As you can see, I'm still having to do it. This thing just will not give the fuck up. It's like, look, I've destroyed your whole armada, I've, you know, wrecked everything. You know, just let it, you know, done with it. Be done with it. You know, I've got dinner at home cooling off. Although I will give it credit, it's putting in a lot more effort than Bacterion did in Radius 3. For those who don't know, you can literally just do nothing against the final boss of Gradius 3, and eventually, after about 30 seconds or so, it will self-destruct. It will basically just stand there and wait for you to watch it kill itself. You have saved the solar system. Your mission is complete. Peace has been restored to your people. Fucking A, you rule, eat a steak. Axelay has a very weird design. Honestly, it kind of reminds me of the Voltron vehicles, where like you have 5 different things and they combined into like a sort of larger collective vehicle that almost made sense, but not quite. But yes, this is a shooter I had tons of fun with over the years. And I really wish there had been a follow-up, but it's one of those things when if there wasn't, I'm willing to accept, what we had, and just enjoy the good times. No sense necessarily, wishing for, pining for what could have been when you already have what's there. Or some philosophical bullshit like that. I did manage to find the soundtrack on YouTube, and thanks to a YouTube downloader and a MP4 to MP3 converter, I have it in my MP3 player now. But I've yet to be able to find an extended version of this soundtrack. I really like the 15 to 30 minute expanded versions of music when I can find them. I do wish this had a sound test. I would definitely record one. Challenge normal mode, I tried. I really did try. Maybe some other day, Axelay. And here we go back to my thing of, oh no, it's starting all over again. I can't just leave them in the lurch. They expect me to save them. Like, well, guess what? Not gonna happen.